Hello, welcome back, my favorite movement enthusiasts. There are a lot of people who struggle with knee pain, and that used to be one of my biggest problems, especially when it came to lower body mobility. So let's check out some of the exercises that can help you get rid of knee pain, depending on the severity of your injury, and help you increase your mobility as well as the strength of the surrounding musculature, so you don't fall victim to the same problems again. We're gonna start, of course, with the easiest exercise first, with our foot on an elevation using the leg that is hurt. And all we're gonna do from here is extend that leg fully and start with the smallest of bends. Bring your heel down to the ground and slowly extend once more. Now we want to work from our quadriceps through, slowly but surely relaxing it, and then fully flexing our quads. Press your knee all the way through, and once again bend. We want to have a very short, very controlled range of motion, and depending on your ability to balance yourself, this exercise might be a little bit harder. So if it is, and balance is your actual problem, maybe you want to hold on to something on the side so you can focus more on the knee aspect itself. Now once we've gone through 2 or 3 rounds of 8 to 12 repetitions of very slow and controlled movements, we're going to start increasing the elevation for more range of motion and try it out once more. Keep in mind that if you are experiencing a lot of pain, then this movement may be too long and you have to resort to shorter movements first before you can slowly advance and start elevating more and more. But same thing, we want to be very careful with our balance. Keep your back extended, bring your heel down, just touch down slightly and extend. The more you engage your core, of course, the easier it's going to be to balance out completely. And we're going to go again for 8 to 12 repetitions and just 2 sets with this one. Now the next exercise that helped me out a lot is going to start in an extended position in our leg. We're going to have the tiniest of bends here, and that is good because we're going to use it as well as putting some kind of weight or maybe a resistance band connected from your foot down to whatever you are sitting on to lengthen our tibia, get into ankle extension and bend our knee just slightly. And from here, we're gonna once again flex our quads into full extension here, and then we're gonna flex our ankle, pull in, strengthen our tibialis, and flexing the entire front side or anterior chain of our leg musculature. And once we're here, we're gonna do the tiniest of raises from our hip flexor to add this part of our musculature as well. Slowly relax your foot, slowly relax your knee into the tiniest of bends. And once again, knee extension first, ankle flexion second, hip flexion third, and slowly but surely put your leg down, move your ankle into another extension and relax your knee. Now this exercise is insanely effective in releasing acute pain. So if you are struggling with your knee at the very moment and you can replicate this exercise, I would highly recommend you do that. Extend, pull up. Now this might be the hardest part for you, and slowly but surely all the way down. So let's move on to an exercise that requires a little bit more mobility, and we're gonna start with an elevated pigeon. Now first, stand up all the way, bring your leg down on some kind of elevation and your hands as well, and then slowly move backwards with your other foot and start bringing your left knee, in this case, down as far as you can. If you can bring it down to the ground, that would be amazing. If you can't, however, be sure to keep most of your body weight up on your arms and switch positions from here, because we're gonna go up, have a little bit of hip rotation, release some tension in the knee, and then moving down, opening and stretching our glutes, but also increasing the required mobility in our knee, especially when it comes to rotating our leg upwards. So all we need to do from here is extend and slowly move down again. Now, if you do not experience any pain or just the slightest bit of tension, then it's also okay to maybe bring your hands behind your head for some extra core engagement and a little bit more stress on the knee itself. However, only if you're not experiencing any pain during the entire movement. So try it out first with your hands helping you out, and if everything is okay and you can bring your other knee all the way down to the ground, then it might be time to bring your hands behind your head and add the tiniest bit of core as well. All the way down and all the way up. So let's check out one of the more demanding knee mobility exercises. We're gonna take a long step forward and we're gonna bring the healthy knee. If both knees are fucked, then you have a problem, but we have the bad knee in the front, and we're gonna bring this knee almost all the way down. Hover, have your hip crease the tiniest bit lower than your knee, and push the knee forward as much as you can without experiencing pain. If you can bring your knee more to the front than your toes, that is amazing. That also means that your ankle mobility is pretty good. We're gonna hover for a couple of seconds and then extend all the way up. Carefully and slowly sit down to the back and try and touch our toes in the right leg before we move up all the way in this pyramid position once more. Switch into a hovering lunge position, push our knee forward and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, upper body fully upright, extend up all the way and slowly sit back down here before we go into a posterior chain stretch. So we're switching between posterior chain stretch in the bad leg and moving into a hovering position, requiring a lot of strength and a lot of static strength, especially building in the same leg that we are stretching. So we're always switching between a stretch and a strengthening position. Keep that knee as much as you can, all the way pushing it forward. Now for our final exercise, we're gonna need a wall behind us, and you've probably seen me do this exercise multiple times without assistance, but for now, especially if you're having pain and if you're someone who struggles with getting into a resting or a deep squat position, then having that wall behind you is gonna help you out immensely. And all we're gonna do is combine internal knee rotation with external knee rotation. Sit down all the way, relax in this position for a couple of seconds and slowly bring both legs up before you switch into the other direction. Now you want to be really careful, take your time with bringing both knees down to the ground, hold for a couple of seconds and be very careful when standing your legs up again. If you're experiencing pain in this part of the exercise when moving up, then help yourself out with your hands. If you're experiencing pain in the downward movement section, then help yourselves out with your hands. Always work very slowly and very carefully and listen to your body, especially if you're recovering from any sort of injury. You can definitely work on it, probably even every single day, and you can probably do much more than most people think you can if you listen to your body and if you stay away from the positions that push you into a lot of pain or that end up blocking your movement, for instance. As long as you are very careful with what you are doing, then chances are you can work on rehabilitation or physio exercises every single day. And there you have it, a complete rehabilitation routine. 2 to 4 sets for every single exercise, 8 to 12 repetitions for every single exercise. Take short breaks in between, and for the love of whatever you pray to, please listen to your body and don't work over the pain, because I am someone who does this a lot and I always freaking regret it because I am an idiot and I can't help myself. So please don't be like me. With that said, sadly, however, this is all the time I have left for you today. If you liked the video and subscribe. Of course, check out other videos on this channel because we have new ones every single day. So until tomorrow, Captain Cairo, peace out.